big news in the whale world. And they've been back for 10 years, but I just want to point this out so we're all on the same page. Humpback whales, I definitely don't want people reading my messages. Humpback whales rebound in the Pacific Northwest. Public sightings of humpback whales, and I do not know how to pronounce that sea, the Salish Sea, have increased almost every year since 2011. Here we are. Until about the 1910s, humpback whales were common, but then they were hunted to near extinction by commercial whaling. Look at that. Humpbacks are beautiful, too. I love a humpback. Look at it. It's skyrocketing. You'd think you're looking at a graph about eggs, but you're not. You're looking at the damn whales. Love it. Save the whales became a sort of pejorative for a certain age group. Something to say when you sneer at some bleeding heart types with hope in their eyes who dared to think they could change the world. The thing is, it worked. It's the biggest success story in conservation. Beautiful. So I started looking into this a little bit. By the way, if you think this is gay, like this is like bleeding heart gay of me to even talk about, well then I guess you're going to have to call Trump gay too. No one wants to save the whales more than that guy. He's the ultimate NIMBY. So, here's the sad news. The sad news is there are still 3 countries hunting whales. It's bullshit. Despite decreasing demand for whale meat and dwindling populations, the hunt for whales continues. It's if you're in a foreign country and they have whale, just get the chicken. Get the chicken or the fish or whatever. You don't have to eat whale, okay? This guy, you're gonna eat this guy? This big? Would you eat an elephant? Actually, I would. If it was an elephant that died of old age, I might try elephant. Sounds pretty damn good as a like a burger or something like that. Call Ben, talk about orgies? Wait, who's wanting to call in and talk about orgies? Former Swingers Club security guard, I got stories. Okay, we can get to that later in the show. What time zone are you in, Wolfman Jeff? It's not a sad whale segment, Jack. This is a happy thing. I'm getting this out of the way first so I'm going to boycott these countries. Anybody that lives in these countries is banned from listening to, all the RSS feeds are going to be banned in these places. This is I'm going on strike in these places, and let the governments know, let your local politicians know if you live in these countries that you can't listen to Lemon Party until the history of whaling is over. The 3 places are, and it's because of, for anybody that doesn't know, whales were killed for sperm oil, which is spermaceti, which they thought was literally sperm. It was taken from a sperm whale's head. Spermaceti is on oil, fatty liquid wax, whale oil, and then also the baleen as well. I actually didn't know about the baleen, but that makes sense. It was used in clothing items such as corsets and skirt hoops. And then ambergris is a waxy substance that at times forms in the intestines of sperm whales. And then you extract alcohol from it and use it in perfumes. I thought the actual spermaceti rich people used as perfume back in the day. And they lit street lamps with it as well. Wait, so which countries still hunt whales? Japan?
Best part of chicken.
Absolutely. It's disgusting. I take back every positive thing I've said about Japan now. Every positive thing I've ever said. I'm not watching Japanese movies anymore, nothing, until they stop this. They withdrew from the International Whaling Commission in, looks like 2019. With domestic demand for whale on the decline, the Japanese whaling industry has recently been attempting to boost demand, selling whale meat in vending machines. It's disgusting. Luckily, they are an itty-bitty country, and they're very tiny people, and they kill themselves all the time. So that's the good news for the whales. Let's see here. I think it's Iceland, Norway, and Japan. So fuck all 3 of those countries. we need to write Trump and let him know he needs to buy all 3 of these countries so we can ban whaling once and for all. Donald Trump, please, if you're listening to the show, please buy Iceland, Norway, and Japan. Offer him a number. Go in there. Here's what you do. Because it's like stocks or anything else. Donald Trump, please listen to me. Go in, buy these 3 countries, all right? National headlines, everybody wants something once it's sold, right? That's how it always is. It sits there on the shelf for years and years and years. No one buys it. Once it's sold, everybody wants it. You buy the countries, you go in there, you do an executive order that says they have to actually not only ban whaling, they have to be nice to whales. That all the citizens have to walk out to the coast and wave at the whales and make them feel comfortable and happy. That should be, by law, you have to do that like once a month or something. Every citizen has to walk to the coast and just wave and go, "Hi, whales, I love you." And they blow kisses like this. Mwah. And they got to feed them too. You got to throw fish back in the ocean to feed to whales. SeaWorld style, big buckets of them. So Trump, go in there, executive order, just get rid of all of these, make sure they join the Whaling Institute and whatever. We need whaling museums, the whole thing, raise awareness for whales, abolish whaling, no more, make it illegal, then just sell the country to some other schmuck, sell it to Russia or something, or sell it back to them at a higher price, make a profit, ban whaling, save the world.
Best part of chicken.
How does that sound? No, I'm over Norway now. Fuck Norway. Fuck them. They're cocksuckers. So, here's the good news, though, and we all know this. This has been happening for a year. It's still happening. News isn't really reporting on it because they've moved on to gayer things. But not only are the whales fighting back, but we just discovered a 4th ecotype of killer whale. So while the populations are growing, we also have more whales are being discovered. Check this out. Now, I love a killer whale. Who doesn't love, for anybody that doesn't know, the killer whale is, it's the Shamu whale, killer whale song. Hold on. I want to see maybe the killer whale voice, because there's all these rappers popping up named like Killer Whale. That actually should have been Dave Blunt's name, Killer Whale. So look, some of these orca whales can imitate human speech.
Bye-bye.
It's beautiful, right? It's wonderful. You get creeped out when a raven sounds like a human being. But when a whale does it, it warms your heart. They're great. My daughter just learned how to talk like that. Blowing raspberries.
Amy. Hello.
That's awesome. Okay, that one. What happened to that one?
Hello. Hello.
That one smokes. That one needs to stop smoking.
Hello. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
So here's something that's really important to notice. They have learned American English before we have even learned their language. We don't know what they're saying to one another. There are supposedly AI software programs that will be able to that can teach itself language. So eventually you put some sophisticated language in there, it could eventually figure it out. Hopefully something like that happens, so we know if the whales are, talking about race science, or, they're talking about how they don't like Mexicans or something. I would love to know what the whales are, because they have a story. They're really mad. They're really angry. They're very, very pissed off, and they've been attacking people left and right, which we have tons of Tons and tons of. This is from the Atlantic. Says stop rooting for the orcas ramming boats. That Protein Farts 20 just shared. No, keep rooting them on. We're going to get into not only video footage of these whales fighting back, some new footage. We're going to get into why they're doing it, which is, it's very funny. I mean, so look at this. Like a raven talking like human is disgusting, and I hate it so much. Yeah, fuck him. Hope they both fall down a whale.
Hi, Frey. Hello.
Yep, hate that. Crawl back into hell. But then you have, I'm not against, I'm not against animals mimicking us and using our speech, but they have to be cute and cuddly.
Bye-bye.
Beautiful. God, I love that.
Amy! Amy! Hello? Hello? Hello?
I guess you could teach the whales slurs, I guess. So there's opportunities here to do evil. Hopefully the scientists are just teaching them basic greetings first, and we'll get into the bad words later. But eventually, I mean, if we team up with the orcas long enough, have them in training, we could teach them how to rap an entire Wu-Tang album. Or who keeps posting red rum? Why do you keep posting red rum? You want the orca to say red rum? That would be funny. So let's get into this here. They're so beautiful. And I don't care that they're
49 unstoppable.
I don't care that they, are psychopathic murderers, that orca whales will kill sharks by they'll beat up a great white, turn it upside down for a minute, and then it drowns, and then they, with extreme precision, go in and they cut out a great white shark's liver, eat that, and then swim off. And that's all they want, and the shark dies. Pretty cool. They will hunt a specific kind of salmon, and that's because it's all they want. So they'll just chase that around the Pacific Ocean, up all the way to Alaska and down, because it's just their favorite shit. It's like how I'll get in a butter chicken mood and I'll eat butter chicken for a long time. Orcas are really into trends within the tribe, and orcas are also matriarchs, matriarchies. So they are, am I using the word correctly? I can guess myself a lot, folks. I'm sorry. Matriarch is a woman who is the head of a family or tribe, but isn't it a matriarchy if it is a system of society or government ruled by a woman or women? In this case, the pods are matriarchies, and the head of them is the most sophisticated woman. So they're fucking twisted. They have crazy shit planned, and they keep everybody in line, and they're because a man would run it with his ego a little bit, but a woman orca whale could really just pillage. And they're getting their vengeance right now. Orcas are fighting back, and let's get into this. I think it is this part right here. So we have a new killer whale right here. Check this out.
Researchers have potentially discovered a fourth ecotype that lives even further out into the open ocean, hundreds of miles beyond even the continental shelf. A clue to the new population's presumed habitat lies in the cookie-cutter shark bites that are seen on almost all of the orcas in this pod.
Mm-hmm.
These parasitic sharks live in deep waters far offshore. This remoteness makes
they just discovered this like 6 months ago, and they think it's an orca whale.
gathering information on this population quite the challenge. The open ocean is the largest habitat on our planet, and observations of killer whales in the high seas are rare.
Mm-hmm.
But according to researchers, they're actually getting help from some local fishermen who are taking cameras in order.
I love whales so much. When you love to see a whale jump out, an orca whale jump out and take her, Just take her and just rip her to bits. I'm team whale. I'm team human for sure, but when I think about the whales, I'm like, kind of hope the whales take over.
They're actually getting help from some local fishermen who are taking...
I hope they kill like Russian oligarchs like on their yachts. I hope they kill everybody. I hope they kill everybody out in the ocean. What are you doing in the ocean, you stupid retard? Don't go out there. That's where there's things out there. I hope if you think, oh, I want to sail around the world, I hope you get halfway and a giant squid wraps its tentacles up over you like a trench coat guy in an alleyway. I hope and sucks you down into the deep. That's what you get. That's what you get. I hope you get killed by a giant squid.
Cameras in order to get video of these specific orcas and their encounters.
That's their home.
The 49 killer whales could not be matched with any known animals through photos or descriptions. Morphologically, the individuals encountered shared physical similarities with both transient and offshore ecotypes, but were not a perfect fit for either.
Because you know what this is, man?
But it's this population's aggressive hunting behavior that has shocked researchers.
It's reparations. The whales get their reparations, man. In one of the first
encounters researchers had with a pod of these oceanic killer whales, they were observed taking on a herd of 9 female sperm whales. 9
gangs. This fourth ecotype of killer whale is a new roving gang.
9 eventually making off with one.
Let's get into squids.
This is wild. Sperm whales are the largest of the toothed whales and the largest toothed predator on the planet currently. And this is the first time killer whales have been reported to attack sperm whales on the West Coast. Other encounters included an attack on pygmy sperm whales and northern elephant seals. Next steps for the researchers is to actually collect DNA samples.
So you're going to see them collect here.
Exactly
watch this. So he shoots it at the whale.
Other ecotypes.
It's just going to hurt it a little bit. He's just going to take a little biopsy. There he goes. First sample.
We got the first ever sample of type B killer whale.
There it is, right there on his little Richard Dreyfuss stabby pole from Jaws that he's got there. This guy. Something evil about people who are out on the ocean stabbing whale. Doesn't he look like a Dr. Robotnik went on Ozempic? What is he doing out there? I mean, I know what he's doing. He's like a marine biologist or whatever, but a guy like that you want to keep at sea. On land, he might be a real issue for women and children, I think. It's best I like that he's out there with all the big creatures that he's dueling with. The man wrestles with titans, and if not, he'll be on land with a bunch of bungee cord and chloroform.
Maybe the answer to our questions right here.
That's where the second study that I mentioned comes into play. While it might not be as dramatic as a new population of hyper-aggressive killer whales taking on sperm whales and elephant seals, it might be even more important. Earlier, I talked about the differences between bigs and resident killer whales. These two types of orca behave differently.
Okay, boring, but it's a new species, and that's what's important, of whale.
For the resident orcas and Orcinus receptipinus for bigs. Is it adder or ader?
They gotta ban no more Latin names for animals. It's too pretentious. Keep animals simple. Animals should be as simple as animal crackers. Enough of the Orcasanus. You're not in Harry Potter. You're not a wizard. Stop doing that. What kind of, it's a white orca. It's a golden orca. Something like that. Something simple. Animal cracker shapes, type of thinking about stuff. So kids can wrap their mind around it and dive in. That's what you want. It should be like, kids should think the whole world is like a big rainforest cafe where you can go learn about animals and stuff. It's such a wall that you can't really cross the Latin names. I've always hated it, and it needs to be outlawed.
Adder,
actually.
Ader, Orcinus ader, Orcinus adder.
No one speaks Latin. No one speaks Latin anymore. You're not an old pedophile in the Catholic Church. Cut it out.
Including the Gladys orca in Iberia and this aggressive new population that hunts sperm whales. Now, why is this a big deal? Why does any of this matter at all? According to the Scripps Institution of Oceanography, Knowing that residents and bigs are unique species is incredibly important.
So they're unique species. It's not even like in the orca family. And I think she says that they have been, yeah, here we go. They diverged from their ancestors between 200,000 and 300,000 years ago, while residents started diverging around 100,000 years ago. So 2 new species of killer whale should be recognized. Pretty great. So, you know, we're not just killing all these things and not learning about them. I mean, this has saved so many new species of whale we didn't even know existed that are way out in the largest habitat on Earth, which is my wife's pussy. No, which is the ocean. It's like outer space out there. They're finding new stuff all the time, and I'm really happy we're not killing it. So check this out now. Let's get into the Michael Bay shit here. Are people still watching on YouTube and everything? Okay, people are still watching. Okay, good. Here we go. You want to see a whale attack this boat? This is great.
Video of killer whales seen attacking small and large boats off the coast of Spain.
Love this.
There have been an increase in these encounters, and some wonder why. CBS 8's Abby Black shares some expert insight into what may be going on. Abby?
Orca sightings off of San Diego's coast usually start in June, but we're told they're still pretty far south. But they are making headlines in Europe where they're attacking boats, and some wonder, are they being playful or are they seeking revenge?
It's reparations, bitch. You get yours.
Oh my God. Dramatic video of an orca slamming into a 66-foot sailboat off of Spain's southern coast.
You should be playing the Django.
The force of the whale damaged the hull.
The chains are off, bitch.
Crews had to pump water off the boat.
The chains are off.
You hear him try to scare off the pod, but you still see a killer whale lurking by the boat. This is part of a wave of orca behavior.
They're going to get you.
My personal opinion is
they're going to get you.
And is seeking revenge, but Pittman says it's just playfulness.
The matriarch is definitely in charge of the group.
It's not playfulness.
If she's in favor of it or will let it happen, then
we're going to get to that. It's not playful. Trust me. Trust me. This is wishful thinking on the scientist's part, who would love to go back to killing these things left and right, much like the buffalo. Because eventually, you know, the scientists are corrupt and they get on trends that are just purely satanic. You'll have some sort of godhead come into the marine biology space, I'm sure in 10 years, 10, 15 years, some sort of fascist, you know, Hitler type. And he'll convince, I'm sure, and in 40 years, Kamala Harris's daughter will be, his stepdaughter will be president or something, and she'll order that all the whales will be killed or something. It'll be harrowing. Something like that will happen, and science will start killing the whales again. So we need to build back their numbers big, big, big. We need their numbers. You should be able to go out to any beach and see whales by the thousands. I want to see whales I want it to not even be the ocean anymore. I just want people to call it the whale's home. That's really what it is. I mean, would you go? We don't go out into space and blow up stars in our solar system. We don't go out and blow up moons. These are big, beautiful things out in the great unknown. Why are we destroying them? Leave them alone. Norway, Iceland, Japan, leave them alone. Look at this. Look at this right here.
Terrifying attacks by orcas on boats.
Not terrifying for me. I do quite enjoy
off
this.
The Iberian Peninsula have sent shockwaves through the marine community.
A lot of this is happening in the Strait of Gibraltar, by the way.
Now, finally, scientists have worked out exactly why the killer whales are behaving this way. Hit like and subscribe. This is Fierce.
Django.
While captive orcas have been known to attack people
check this
and
out here.
even sometimes tragically kill them, in the wild there have never been any such incidents.
So this is I have more footage of orcas and other whales attacking people, but we're gonna get to why they're doing it right here. Check this out.
What scientists were sure of was that the apparently aggressive behavior had spread throughout the pod. Orcas often like to copy each other, and there have been lots of observations where wild orcas have developed fads. These come and go just like they do in humans.
Okay, fads, trends. This is like eating Tide Pods, ice bucket challenge. Okay, this is somewhat true, but they're going to show an example here.
Perhaps one of the more unusual fads to take off was in 1987. A female who belonged to a pod in the Puget Sound area of the Northeast Pacific swam around with a dead salmon on her head.
Pretty
It
cool.
was quite peculiar, but it appeared that she was having fun. Surprisingly, the behavior spread throughout the pod and into 2 neighboring pods over the course of 5 or 6 weeks. During that time, it wasn't uncommon to see other orcas wearing dead salmon hats. But that fad disappeared just as quickly as it had arrived. Could the boat attacking and specific fascination with the rudders also be a fad?
No, so they go, oh, they're wanting to kill and eat people. All of a sudden, it's a trend. It's like, remember when everyone used to rollerblade? Remember when everyone used to listen to like techno? It's not that. I remember the days of disco. No, this is here to stay. These whales have, and it's not only with orcas; it's spreading all around. They're all trying to get their jaws around our necks, and They deserve our blood. They deserve every piece of flesh they get. Check this out. Oh, I love this one. This one's great. This one's great. This one's from 6 months ago. Watch this big boy right here. Look at that big guy. Fucking beautiful. Get him. Fuck him up. Yeah, get fucked. This is off the coast of New Hampshire. Get fucked. Get fucked, bitch. Get fucked. Fucking penny loafers, cardigan around. Get fucked. You Vineyard Vines piece of shit. Get fucked. It just fucking rack it up. It just curb stopping him.
Oh my god.
Get him. Beautiful. Let's run that back one more time on the close-up. Oh, are you scared? Are you scared, white man? What? But you just wanted to go out on Daddy's boat, right? You just wanted to go out on Daddy's boat. And Daddy has a boat because he worked so much harder than everybody else, right? That's how he got the boat. He didn't inherit Daddy's company, right? Yeah, think again. Think again. You're whale bait, bitch. Whale bait. You're about to be fucking 8. You're about to be Jonah, bitch. But he ain't spitting you out. God's gonna tell him to swallow.
Oh my god.
Get him! Fuck him up! Sheesh!
Best part of chicken.
Sheesh! Sheesh!
Best part of chicken.
You're not safe on land anymore in America. And you're not safe at sea. Sorry, boys, but this is the way things are now. What if I turn I go hard to the left just because of whales? What if whales make me really into like Chomsky and anarchy and shit? Okay, let's see here. Chomsky keeps when I download Instagram, Chomsky keeps popping up on my Instagram feed, and it's actually I love a lot of what he says. But then again, I'm a retard. I can't trust anything, so I try to not actually have opinions. I hate getting sucked into anything politically, actually. I need to spend more time thinking about nature, whales, death, cowboys, things like this. I'll leave the politics to the smart guys. I'll leave politics to, the brilliant minds of podcasters. Stand-up comedians. I'll listen to them about. They've done their research, right? There's nothing in it for them. Whales capsized boat. I think I just whale. Okay, this one's great. This one's so good.
No.
Okay, shit. Okay, watch this. It happens so fast. So here, see these two women right here? Watch this shit. These are two women on a little kayak. They're in the mouth. Look at that.
No.
Gone. Here today and gone tomorrow. Yes, sir.
No.
Goodbye. Bye.
No.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye, retards. That's what you get. That's what you get because it's the sins of your ancestors. It is what it is. This is reparations. The whales are getting theirs. There's another angle of it that's pretty damn good. Here we go. Watch this. It'll zoom in. Wait for this shit. Yeah! Get him! So good. God, I love that. Stupid bitches. That's what you get. The whales, they're more intelligent than us too. I bet they are going after people who are... They're very picky. They're probably going after people who their great-grandfathers were captains of whale ships. If you're a descendant of Ahab, look out. Because they're coming. They're going John McClane on your ass. This is by the way,
today on Animal Fact File,
I just found out there's things called false killer whales as well. It's not a killer whale, but it looks like it.
We're discussing false killer whales. To look at
I don't know if they died or not. I don't think they did. I think the whale just tried to eat them, and I'm pretty sure in that video they didn't. I think if you zoom in, the whale gets them and closes its mouth, and then they just roll off. I don't think a whale could really. Those whales don't have like crazy strength with their jaws. I'm pretty sure. I think they didn't. They didn't die. Who gives a shit about them? Who cares? Who cares about those two dumb bitches? If they got ate by a whale, I mean, no one's gonna be sad for them. You're swimming over a big whale and it ate you? Well, that's what happens. You should know better. Honestly, you should know better. Shame on you. Shame.
False killer whale beside their namesake. One might question how...
Look at these sons of bitches. These black things. They look like what I love about them is they kind of looks like the aliens in Alien, don't they? Does that head kind of remind you of the damn aliens? They're slick and black and beautiful and kind of lizardy. Look at these fuckers.
How false killer whales got their common name. They don't look much like killer whales on the outside, but on the inside, they have a skull similar to their killer whale cousin. So that's where the name came from. In fact, until the mid-1900s, false killer whales were believed to be extinct. They were only known from their skulls and other bone fragments. When they were scientifically named, the people naming them had never seen one alive. Today, it's known that false killer whales live in tropical and temperate oceans throughout the world.
No idea. They kind of look like dolphins almost.
They spend most of their time in them apart from other cetaceans. Males are larger than females. The boys range in size from 30...
They're such trolls. Look at that face. They know exactly what they're doing. They're evil little shits.
13 to 20 feet, while the girls range from 10 to 16 feet. They live in groups called pods of just a handful to over 100 members. Some use to skin the fish. The dolphins move found to chase Sid on a beach.
I love them.
This can cause... They're also attacked by cookie cutter sharks. False killer whales remain with their family group for decades.
It's like a super dolphin. It's like a mech dolphin. It kicks so much ass. Yeah, they're slick, beautiful bastards. Did I miss I had another video of people being attacked by whales, I thought. Did I not include the link? Hold on, let me see. Thought I had another one. Oh shit, someone made a video called Every Deadly Orca Attack Ever? Okay. Well, I didn't prep this, but this looks kick-ass. Deadly incidents in the wild? Oh, wasn't there one that like ate an instructor at SeaWorld?
No.
Like ate him from the legs down? The instructor ended up looking like the guy in Monty Python in the Holy Grail.
If this video were to only detail the deadly orca attacks against humans that have occurred in the wild...
Why do YouTube video essay people no one has just a regular, hi, hello, here's what I'm talking about today? Why is it like a too lazy to try kind of...
The deadly orca attacks against humans that have occurred in the wild, it would look something like this.
I guess you just have to be an incredibly depressed person to make YouTube video. We've all had the thought, like, hey, I can make a great YouTube video essay. I do a month of research on something, write a script, then do a week of editing. Maybe my stuff will take off, like horses. You know that horses guy? You make something like that. His stuff is good. Nobody has a normal I mean, God bless them, but why can't anybody talk regular? Yeah, I guess they're autistic. Maybe you guys are right. I love that image.
Thank you all for watching.
This guy. This guy's channel just makes YouTube essays about whales. Thank you for watching.
This may come as a bit of a surprise for those of you who haven't.
This guy's just staring at a noose in his garage. He's like, I guess I'll make a video about whales.
Happened to watch my YouTube short that detailed a deadly leopard seal attack on a
Red Bull
researcher
before you do these.
in
Jesus.
Antarctica. But despite numerous encounters in which orcas have been observed acting in a hostile manner towards humans and their vessels, there have actually been no documented lethal orca encounters in the wild, seemingly a display of their overall intelligence, as they have been observed avoiding attacking humans after capsizing their vessels, and in the rare instances when people have been attacked by orcas, they often are quick to release human victims from their mighty jaws after attacking them. However, while there have been no reported orca-related fatalities in the wild, the same cannot be said.
They don't got one
orcas held in captivity.
Come on, I'm waiting for the day there's like a Stephen Paddock orca whale that just puts up high numbers. An orca whale swimming through. You have a Jaws situation where an orca whale is just terrorizing a bunch. And unfortunately, I don't want the orca whales to go after kids, but like any mass tragedy, usually children are involved in some way. I want them to kind of go through and just start picking people off in a small coastal town, terrorizing the whole place and being a complete menace. And rack up, he's got to get into the high, because I want this to be a memorable thing that sends a message to the people that we need to end whaling and that they're not going to stop trying to kill us until whaling is over. It's not over yet. The war is not over. We go, oh, we're so innocent. That was so long ago and we don't do it. No, Norway, Iceland, Japan, they're all doing it. They're all killing whales. Norway kills like 500, 600 whales a year. Genocide. This is genocide that they're doing. And the whales are going to keep sending a message. We need an Anders Breivik type orca whale to rise from the ocean with like an MP40 and like some sort of silenced Benelli walking through, just picking people off. Because I've really had it, and the whales have done no wrong. They've done no wrong. They really they're totally justified in their hatred for us. I mean, we have SeaWorld still. All this has got to go, man. I hope the SeaWorlds all burn down. I hope it goes bankrupt. I hope people stop going to places like that. Shame on you if you're going to SeaWorld. Shame on you. Shame on you if you're going to SeaWorld. It's pure evil. You might as well go down to the border and see all the kids in cages. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just using this as a justification for the whales here. You might as well go to the border and see all the kids in cages, because it's just disgusting. It's disgusting what they're doing to our poor baby whales.
As many of these massive, intelligent predators tend to exhibit increased aggression towards humans while in captivity. Due to their close relation to other species of oceanic dolphins, orcas, notably, as I mentioned previously, are rather intelligent and can similarly be trained to perform rather complex routines, and thus are often exhibited as attractions.
Oh, here we go. This is a great chapter here. Deadly incidents in captivity. When they really, I love when a slave kills his master.
Are often the marquee
Can't we all relate?
For such parks.
We can all relate, right? A slave turning on his master.
The fatal orca attack would take place on February 20th, 1991 at a marine theme park.
The best thing about a slave killing his master is the master never sees it coming. Oh, but he was obedient up until... What are you doing? Put the knife down. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kept you in captivity. No, bitch. This is how the real world works. You pay for your sins. You sin at a cost. You sin, and the bank, God, heaven, whatever you want to call it. Jews call the bank heaven, actually. So those words are synonymous in Hebrew, bank and heaven. You pay for your sins. You rack up a debt, and then the reaper comes, and you got to pay the man. There has to be a balance in the universe.
February 20th, 1991 attack would take place. The first documented fatal orca attack would take place on February 20th, 1991 at a marine theme park, SeaLand of the Pacific, located in Victoria, British Columbia.
I hope he takes someone's arm.
The deadly encounter would occur when one of the show's part-time trainers, a 20-year-old woman named Kelty Byrne, fell into the orca tank,
God damn, this is sad.
Which was inhabited by 3 orcas.
You know why? Because she just wanted a summer job, and she was like, oh, the whales are cute and stuff, and... All right, let's see what happens. We made it this far, we gotta see what happens.
Which was inhabited by 3 orcas named Tilikum, Haida 2, and Nootka 4.
Wait, so they give them slave names? They give them like old... like African slave names. Man, Tilikum, Haida 2, and Nootka the 4th.
After she fell into the water, Nootka 4 would swiftly approach her and bit down on Kelty's leg with her powerful jaws.
Yikes.
Witnesses of the incident reported that after Kelty was bitten by Nootka 4, she was dragged to the center of the tank and was subsequently released, as Nootka 4 and the other orcas in the tank surrounded her and menacingly circled the stricken woman in the water.
They're crazy. They're psychotic. These are matriarchs. These are gangs led by women. Imagine MS-13, but it's all women. Those are the orca pods.
The trio of orcas would continue to circle around her in the tank and would push her back towards the center whenever she tried to swim to the edge to safety.
Well, why isn't anybody going to rescue her?
Furthermore, the aggressive orcas would inhibit rescue efforts attempted by other trainers as they continued to surround Kelty in the water. After several hours, Kelty had grown thoroughly exhausted and, as a result, was no longer able to exert the energy necessary to keep her head afloat.
Oh, these whales
and
are
thus
sick.
She would ultimately drown.
They're like
in the center.
Dude, they're like the Comanche. They're torturing people to death. They don't just want to kill people, they want to torture you. They wanted to watch her struggle and keep everybody away. I will say this. What is everybody at the park doing that for 2 hours you're just watching her bob in the middle? Throw her a life preserver or something.
Of the tank.
You know what? This is probably a girl. She was fucking the manager at the SeaWorld or whatever. And the wife was going to find out and he had her killed. And then he just made up this fucking bullshit story. This is like pre-phones. I'm sure this woman, she's probably killed. She's probably killed by some scumbag smoking cigarettes in a back office.
In the aftermath of the incident, SeaLand's reputation would plummet and the park would close the following year, with the orcas involved in the attack being sold to the American Marine Theme Park giant.
All right, well, see, you didn't listen in 1980, and it's never going to stop. That's the message from the orcas. It's never going to stop. It is what it is.